Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to Smart Money Minds. In the modern society today, young people are often bombarded by IG messages and Reddit posts. They're so busy looking at their phones and tapping their credit cards that they fail to realize how much money they have in their wallets. And we can't really blame them either, as many parents have little to no financial knowledge themselves. This also isn't a topic that's taught in school. So in this fast-moving world, what are some of the basics that a millennial will need in order to be financially successful in the 21st century? Here's a couple of simple and achievable things that will allow you to have enough money to last you for the rest of your life. So the first thing you can consider getting is multiple high-income skills. In this competitive world, a lot of people already have degrees, if not masters or even a PhD. Also, those people have job experience as well. So what's gonna make you stand out above all these other people? You may be able to land a full-time job, but that in itself isn't really gonna be enough money for you to pay for all your student loans and all the debt that you've collected over all the years. The solution to this is to learn multiple job-related skills. With YouTube or forums, it's pretty easy to learn things that interest you. So one of those skills may benefit you in some way or another. Also, if you're working your day job, try to move around to different positions and different departments. This way, it'll give you a wide range of responsibilities, understanding, and knowledge about the company and the operations of your entire company, if not your industry. General skills are great, but what's even better is high income skills. Things like marketing, accounting, copywriting, salesmanship, those are all universal high income skills. Every company requires people who know them, and thus by being valuable, you become expensive. Lastly, by having multiple skills and traits, you become indispensable. If one position in your company goes away, you can easily transfer to another post. Your wide range of skills gives you the flexibility to work multiple roles. The second thing you want to look into is your credit score. Getting a good credit score is a must. You're likely going to be borrowing money in the future sometime in your life. Either it is to make a big purchase, like getting a home and a mortgage or buying a vehicle. The earlier you start building your credit, the more you can borrow when you need it. As soon as you're old enough to get a credit card, apply for one. You want to build your credit as soon as possible. You can also see if you can get a family member to co-sign one for you if you're not quite there yet. Easiest way to build your credit is to use your credit card regularly and just to pay it off every time on time. The longer and more consistently you do this, the better your credit. This sounds easy, however, a lot of people fall into the pit of overuse and abuse. It's just too easy to beep or swipe your credit card to make a purchase that people aren't aware of how much they're spending. For your first credit card, make sure the credit limit is something that you can afford even if you max out. This will give you a hard stop to prevent you from overspending. Look at getting a credit card with about $500 to $1,000 limit. With that amount, likely you'll be able to pay it off even if you do overspend. Or at least you'll be able to have a family member help you temporarily. Only increase your credit limit if you have the discipline and habit of checking and paying off your credit card every month on time and in full. Later on, you can also apply for lines of credit, which you will also increase your ability to borrow more money. Third thing that millennials need to have is strong saving and loan repayment habits. How to save is definitely not something that is taught in school. Strong saving habits come from practice, some discipline, and surprisingly, just automation. When you first start to go to work and you get your first paycheck, it's important to put aside, say, 10% of that into a savings account. And whatever's in the savings account is only for emergency use or for investing. So why is automation important? It's because the easiest way to do this and to save money is to just tell your bank to set up an auto deposit for you. For example, at the beginning of every month, $300 goes automatically into your savings account from your checkings account. Now, the discipline part comes from not using this money. Eventually, you'll see the savings account grow, and you'll start thinking of, maybe I should pull some of that money out for, that traveling trip I wanted to go on, or other trivial items that I wanted to get. This is where you don't do that. That money is your nest egg, and so you gotta use it to buy mutual funds, stocks, and other assets with it, and that's because that's what the money is for. The final piece of wisdom I want to share is that we need to be farsighted instead of being short-sighted. We are young, we naturally want to do cool things like gamble instead of investing in the bond market, which is boring. You want to travel and maybe blow more money than you have or you can afford and go in debt for a little more adventure. However, we have to consider the long-term consequence of these actions. We get into debt, we start paying interest, that's a slippery slope. You start spending your emergency funds on avocado toast or those gaming character skins, and then you got no money to pay for rent when you get laid off from your job. We have to consider the money that we're saving now as part of our long-term plan. Through the power of compound interest, every dollar that you save now could be worth 10, if not 100 times more in the near future. Millennials have it tough. With the amount of shrinking numbers of companies offering pensions, the decrease in government support, millennials have to depend more and more on themselves in order to provide for a decent retirement. Retirement may be far away. And that's actually a good thing, because that gives us a lot of time to prepare and to build good financial habits so that it'll allow us to hopefully retire early instead. So in the comment section below, tell me what else you think millennials need to know in order to become financially successful, or at least just to be able to retire in the future. Do you have any habits that are hurting you for your personal finances? Maybe there's stuff that you know already, but you need to change. Let's talk about it. Put it in the comments below. Remember, if you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and then we'll see you next time.